Hey, it's John, LBF Will Blue Ford Show, the Green Ranger. Yes, it's back up in the air, and the bed's up in the air. And see, one of the problems that has been plaguing this truck since I put it together was I replaced the fuel line from the fuel filter to the fuel rail with Dash 6 AN, the PTFE braided stuff, because I couldn't separate the original line at the fuel rail. And I also had some issues when I took the back lines off, and I thought they were resolved and then they weren't, and I rigged things together and then they blew out, and I rigged things together and then they blew out, and I rigged things together, and currently a zip tie is all that's holding it together, because I was trying to save myself time and money when I put it together and not replace the back fuel lines with Dash 6AN. So here we are, we get to do it again. So I'm trying to get the bed up. There's only me and a little bit of help from Dad, but we're trying to get right in there. So I need to get the bed back about another foot or so I can squeeze myself in there enough to work on that. I have some AN fittings that will hopefully work. Unfortunately, this one over here comes straight up out of the top of the tank. And I got a 90-degree AN fitting, but it's one of the ones that requires a removal tool. And guess what? It'll fit so far down on there you'll never get a removal tool in, so you'll never get that stupid thing back off, and I'm not sure how I want to do that. But depending on clearances, I might. We'll see how things work out. It's kind of tall. I do have the shortest fitting that I can get for on there, and the shortest 90-degree that I was able to come up with, that hopefully will clear. I thought everything would be fine, and then I saw that the bed's been rubbing on the one line there, so yeah, well, this bed's bad. It's seen some better days. So tomorrow we'll continue that process. I need to try to get a few things taken care of. The other big thing that I need to do is replace the back bumper here. It's rotting out, and my hitch is rotted out. I'll show you here. So we're rotting out here and all along over here, and it's just not good. So I'm going to make a new rear bumper. I have a plan for it. I have a 2-inch receiver that's going to go right in the middle. I'll offset the license plate, yada yada yada, make everything clean and tidy. And oh yeah, so there's my piece of steel to make the bumper. I'll update as I can. Hey, it's John, LBF, you know the drill. Anyway, we're back on the Green Ranger today. You can see I got some of my AN stuff tucked in here right now. I'll be cleaning that up in a minute. Just wanted to show you all where I'm at with this so far. And I've already checked for leaks, so that's good. So right here we are. So we got a this was a I think it was a Nitrous Express 5/16 fuel line fitting. It actually, the other one, there wasn't enough height to fit it in, the Russells that I was using. So this one fit in. This is a Speedflow 90-degree elbow, and then a Summit Racing 45. This one is the 3/8 fitting, the Russells that I've been using, and a 45-degree Summit Racing. This is -6 PTFE stainless braided with a sleeve. I guess you could call it braided, like nylon sheath. It looks nice. Oh, and since I didn't think to order colored fittings and everything's in black, I scribbled on with some paint marker so I know this is the pressure and this is the return. And then we'll slide underneath here real quick. Show you the end result down here. So there we are. So we got our fuel filter that we had done. We got our front line that has been done. Pressure and return right there. They're both Russell fittings for the fuel line adapter and Summit straight ends. So that worked out pretty good. They're on there, they're not leaking, and just go and shove through. Now, as I was saying, I don't really like this AN line. I mean, I like the PTFE stainless braided stuff. See if yeah, here we are. So, take this over here, show you. This is PTFE stainless braided, the regular stuff. Summit Racing, right there. -6 AN stainless braided PTFE hose, 20 foot from Summit Racing. That's your regular stuff. But I had got some of this other stuff that has this. Get the end up. Maybe you can see. So there is stainless braiding inside there. The problem with this stuff is it's a pain in the neck to get the fittings on this, and you actually have to trim this nylon outer back or it doesn't want to let the nut fully seat. So it looks nice. It keeps the stainless from rubbing on stuff, but it's just a pain in the neck to work with. So I think from now on I'm just going to stick with the regular stainless braided. If I have to put a sleeve on it, keep it from rubbing against stuff, I can do that. Not a big deal. So it's back to running. There's a few issues that I need to address before I put the bed back down, especially since I'm going to be building a new rear hitch bumper. That'll be coming up here shortly, I hope. Gonna address some electrical and some issues with the front of the bed, and get this back together. Tomorrow I'm gonna be busy, and it's mostly just me working on this. Yeah, I'll update as I have more progress. Maybe I can get some action shots when I get back to this. I hate leaving it like this. I did strap it down. It is good and stable on here. Fairly stable, I guess. Stable enough. I might put another strap on it because it just moved. Yeah, that's all I got for now. I'll pack this stuff up and get in.